Good morning, ladies, and happy Wednesday. Rise on up. It is the start of a brand new day. Let's go. How have you been? I appreciate you, ladies, and your prayers. My voice has finally been coming back, and my nose, even though it feels super raw, it's all good. Finally not sneezing my life away. It's been a rough couple days, but I made it. Did good. It's all good. Thankfully, I had some rest and took off from work. But now it's back to the grind. Working from the house today, playing catch up. Groceries should be here within the next 45 minutes. And yeah, it's back to the grind. Song of Solomon, though. We're going to fill our cup. It's been quite a few days, and we need to start the next chapter of our Bible. Now, some background purpose and some themes behind Song of Solomon. The Song of Solomon is a nuptial song, an expression of love between bride and her bridegroom. Biblical scholars have debated whether the song should be read figuratively or literally. Many Jewish and Christian scholars have interpreted this poetic expression of human physical love as a historical relationship that could also be interpreted as divine parable. The song stresses the themes of love and devotion between man and a woman committed to one another, while also echoing the love relationship between Yahweh and his people Israel and between Christ and his church. With aesthetic imagery, Solomon skillfully highlighted the splendor and majesty of God. No traces of that polytheism that appears in other poetry of this time period is found in the song. For women, the song pictures a bride who is healthy, balanced, and truly loved. In contrast to many contemporary writers who depict female weakness or victimization as inevitable and absolute, God presents a portrait of wholeness and hope. A reflection of the intimate relationship between man and woman in the Garden of Eden can be traced as mutual devotion and respect between a husband and wife develop as they related harmoniously with the natural world around them. Now, the Song of Solomon, verse 1, goes like this. The Songs of Songs, which is Solomon's. Let him kiss me with the kisses of his mouth, for your love is better than wine. Because of the fragrance of your good ointments, your ointment is poured forth. Therefore the virgins love you. Draw me away. We will run after you. The king has brought me into his chambers. We will be glad and rejoice in you. We will remember your love more than wine. Rightly do they love you. Verse 5, I am dark but lovely, O daughters of Jerusalem, like the tent of Kedar, like the curtains of Solomon. Do not look upon me, because I am dark, because the sun has tanned me. My mother's sons were angry with me. They made me the keeper of the vineyards, but my own vineyard I have not kept. Tell me, O whom I love, where you feed your flock, where you make it rest at noon, for why should I be as one who veils herself by the flocks of your companions? If you do not know, O fairest among women, follow in the footsteps of the flock and feed your little goats beside the shepherd's tents. I have compared you, my love, to my filly among Pharaoh's chariots. Your cheeks are lovely with ornaments, your neck with chains of gold. Verse 11, we will make you ornaments of gold with studs of silver. While the king is at his table, my spikenard sends forth its fragrance. A bundle of mirth is beloved to me that lies all night between my breasts. My beloved is to me a cluster of henna blooms in the vineyards of En Gedi. Verse 15, behold, you are fair, my love. Behold, you are fair. You have dove's eyes. Behold, you are handsome, my beloved. Yes, pleasant. Also, our bed is green. And last, verse 17, the beam of our houses are cedar and our rafters of fir. So some context behind chapter 1. The Hebrew idiom, love is better than wine, compares ever joy and pleasure to wine. Banquets for pleasure were often described as simply wine because the wine was a metaphor for pleasure, intoxication, sweetness, and exhilaration. Thus, this expression suggests that Shulamite's love of her beloved brought her indescribable and incomparable joy and delight. Your name is ointment is a reference to the purification oil used by women. Such an interpretation would identify the Hebrew verb as feminine, and the reference would be to the Shulamite. However, most scholars seem to view the verb as masculine, thus a reference to the lover's name as a fragrant ointment. Names were far more important in the ancient Near Eastern culture than they are today. The mere mention of the lover's name was a symbol of worth and wealth and awakened pleasurable thoughts and great affection. The Shulamite's dark but lovely complexion was the result of her exposure to the sun and was in contrast to the fair-skinned, privileged ladies of the courts. She compared herself to the tents of Kedar, a reference to the tents of black or dark brown goat's hair used by nomadic Ishmaelite tribes from a territory southeast of Damascus. The Shulamite acknowledged her darkness but was not aware of her beauty. She compared herself to the curtains of Solomon. The palace curtains would be richly ornamented and noted for great beauty. Now, the vineyard is a picture of Shulamite's body as she toiled in the fields, often neglecting her grooming. Since vineyards were sometimes a metaphor for sexual intimacy, this expression could have referred to the delaying of her marriage. Now, during the heat of the day, at noon, the Shulamite's lover as a herdsman would be in a shady spot. There, the Shulamite wished to be as well and distance herself from a harlot or a leper, both of whom would be heavily veiled. En Gedi, a freshwater spring, lay on the western shore of the Dead Sea in the territory of Judah. And archaeologists have uncovered that a perfume industry was located there. And that, the Shulamite bride, is a beautiful and sensuous young woman emerged. Much of her person was revealed, but she was not named, simply called the Shulamite. Southeast of the Sea of Galilee, in the fertile uplands of the rich olive oil soil, the town of Shunem was probably the home of the king's beloved. Her knowledge and fondness for the plant and animal world colored every statement, and her heart throbbed with the natural world where she spent her youth. That is all for today's Bible study, ladies. The Song of Solomon is going to be acts of love, kindness, from my understanding and reading through ahead a little bit to get a better grasp of what this book has to do, because I know it's supposed to be songs. Clearly I'm not going to read it like a song or sing it like a song, but I'm going to read it in a context to hopefully it gives it great justice. But let it feed your soul. Remember, being in a relationship is definitely a big commitment. So always, before you get yoked up with anyone, be sure you're equally yoked, especially before marriage. It just saves a heck of a lot of heartache and pain. But to an amazing day ahead. I got to get myself moving. It's crack of dawn, but I have to because there's no time to waste. But to an amazing day ahead. If you need prayer, please leave a message down below. I appreciate you joining me. Thank you for hearing and following through, even though I'm all over the place. But I appreciate you. Have a blessed day and talk to you soon.